Hey everybody, I hope day 3 of e-learning has gone well or is going well. And I just wanted to stop in today to give you some tips about getting your schoolwork done. So I bet that there are some of you out there who are like, you know what? It's a really good thing that I have a teacher who keeps me on track and encourages me to get my work done on time because it's really hard when I'm at home. I totally get it. And I know that your parents, if they're working from home, they totally get it too. It is really hard to stay focused while you're in your own house. I mean, there's TV, there's video games, there's other people, there's toys, all sorts of things to keep you distracted from doing your schoolwork. But at a time like this, it's super important to make sure that we're getting our schoolwork done. So I just wanted to give a couple tips today about helping you figure out how to get that done. So the first tip I would have is to find a school spot in your house. All right, somewhere where you are going to do your schoolwork. That's where you're going to sit every day to try to get your schoolwork done. Now, that may not be sitting on the couch in front of the TV because that can be really distracting. So you may need to find somewhere else, like sitting at the kitchen table. That might be a good place to sit and to be able to focus. Or maybe your family has a dining room that they don't use very much. You could go into the dining room and sit at the table and do your work there. Or maybe there's a study or an office in your guys' house. It just depends on how your house is set up. You can also use your own room. Find a study or a school spot in your room, the place where you're going to sit and do your schoolwork. Now, your room might be a little more difficult, especially if you have like a TV and toys in there. But wherever you decide for your school spot, that'll be the spot where you sit down and focus. Now, my second recommendation has to do with the whole focusing thing and getting your work done. Like I said, I know it's super hard to get our work done while we're at home. It's much easier to get it done when you're at school and you have someone moving you forward saying, okay, now we're moving on to this. But we don't have that luxury right now, so it's all up to us. We have to goal set for ourselves. So, one recommendation that I might suggest is chunking your 4 hours of work down into smaller segments. Because if you sit down at the table and you're like, oh man, I have 4 hours of work that I have to do, that can seem like a lot, especially if you're not getting any breaks. And so my recommendation would be to chunk it down so you can give yourself breaks. So let's say that you have 3 math worksheets you have to complete. All right, so you work really hard and you do those 3 math worksheets and you really focus. Then give yourself a 10-minute break, whether that means getting up, walking around, maybe taking a walk outside, doing some jumping jacks, something that's going to get your body moving and get your brain engaged. And then after your break is over, you go back and you do the next set. So maybe you have 3 language arts papers you have to do. Then you'll do those 3 and then you can take another break. So you can chunk it down to smaller sections. Another thing you could do is utilize a timer. You can use the timer on the stove or the microwave or on a cell phone. They all come equipped with timers. So you could try timing it. So let's say that you want to work for 20 minutes. Okay, you do work really hard, you focus really hard for 20 minutes, the timer goes off, then you get a 10-minute break. You set the timer for 10 minutes, you have fun doing whatever it is that you're going to do on your break, and when the timer goes off again, you come back and do another 20 minutes of work, super focused, super attentive to what you're doing, and then you get a break. And before you know it, you'll be done with your schoolwork. So those are a couple recommendations that I have that I think might help you be able to get your stuff done at school. All right, I'll see you guys later.